Welcome back to my channel, artists, for day 31 of our daily art challenge, toilet paper tube weavings. You're going to take a used toilet paper tube, of course, clean, and you're going to cut it in half, and then you're going to cut it in half the other way, so that you will end up being able to make two separate bracelets from it. Next up for our weaving is to tape some yarn, and then you're going to wrap it around. When you take yarn, you don't want to have to measure it ahead of time. It's going to be a lot of yarn. So you actually want to just go ahead and leave it on the skein or the roll of yarn and just keep taking it off. So you can see here at the beginning, if you go back, I tape it on the inside and I wrap it really, really tightly, not tight so I'm ruining the toilet paper tube, but close to one another to completely cover that roll of toilet paper. This will take a few minutes. It's kind of an exercise of patience to get it finished. Once you have finished it, you want to add some glue, and you're going to glue it on the end. As you can tell, both of my ends have a little bit of toilet paper tube showing, so I'm going to add quite a bit more glue and little pieces of yarn to kind of fill it up. This will have to sit overnight before you finish your bracelet. Now I've let my glue dry overnight, and you can see my bracelet kind of has a little bit of a bracelet shape, but it doesn't have that weaving pattern. I'm going to put my yarn onto a needle. That is optional. When we do this as a second grade project, we don't do it that way, but it will make it easier for you to, as you pick up the string, to go over and under in that weaving pattern. Now I am ready to start. So I'm going to go ahead and take my needle, and I'm going to just count going under and over a certain particular amount. It doesn't actually matter. In a true weaving, it's over, under, an exact pattern, but this one can be however you want. The better patterns, though, are consistent. So for example, I'm going over 4, under 8, over 4, under 8 to make my weaving pattern. When I'm all the way finished with that first row, I'm going to take my scissors and cut it off so that you can't see where it's coming from, and then I'm going to do a few more rows. Some of my rows will be the exact same, and some of them will alternate to create an interesting pattern. If you're really up for a challenge, you can actually make X's with it, making a diagonal line one direction and then going back and making a direct diagonal line the other direction with a second piece of string. So each weaving is just going to be a separate piece of string for this to create a fun patterned bracelet. When you are finished and have cut off all the ends of your string, you can actually put it on your hand. Mine kind of fell off a little bit, so I took the toilet paper and actually bent it and curved a little bit, and voila, I have a beautiful bracelet. I hope you've enjoyed making toilet paper tube bracelets. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all the fun and fantastic things that we are doing in the art classroom.